Good morning, everybody. As another short video, this is going to be an update to the switching between studios story that I told about a fortnight ago. Because after a few people trialing it, we've discovered a few things, so I've got to tell you the story again, with slight modifications and additions. So the main thing. The boys on Thursday morning rang me up and said, "Benno, when I activate my microphone, I can't hear myself in the headphones." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And that had something to do with this monitor button up here. So in Studio One, it's like next to the studio speakers fader. It selects kind of where that sound is coming from. And in the case of the top one that says off air, it's sort of coming back from the rack. And in the bottom one, PGM, it's coming directly from this mixer, which in Studio One we would leave it there all the time. No reason to turn it to the off-air position, really at all. Just leave it in PGM, and PGM corresponds to obviously the signal that these meters are measuring. So that's again internal to this mixer. We're running a little bit hot here at the moment. We're not into overload, but we're right up there, so that's fine. So Gaza asked me at the board meeting, is there a way that we can talk between the studios? And at the time I said no, but I figured it out that you actually can, using exactly that set of where the sound is coming from buttons in the other mixer. So you would have, there's nothing happening in the other room, so you would have this. My experience so far is we want to be between -2 and -1. Ian suggested maybe we should be as high as 0 the other day, but I'm not sure about that. When I put a song on in both rooms and I try to match the meters, I'm normally at about between -1 and -2. Sorry, on that, like that. So with that channel on, right, that is receiving all the action from the other room into this mixer, and because it's coming into these channels, it means it's going to go sort of, it's going to be included in the mix. But when things come in on these buttons, they kind of just go into the headphones and go to the speakers, and they're not included in the mix. That's why you can listen to the stack sort of in this space, as it were, and it doesn't feed back because it doesn't make a loop. That's the golden part. So what you can do is, like, so let's say you're sitting here, you are finishing your show, and you've got someone who's got himself prepared in the other room. Go into the other room. Give you that. As I mentioned in the other video, you can hear what's happening in the other studio by touching the monitor select button. I've marked it now so that you can listen. It's obvious. You're listening to what's happening in Studio One. And the cool part is if you activate your microphone, it kills the speakers, and that is being sent to the other room. So by listening here, you can hear what the other person's saying, and they can hear what you're saying. That's a link between the studios. So if you want to have a guest come into the other studio, you can do this. They can talk into the microphone, but they can't hear themselves in their headphones. That's the only issue with it. But that probably doesn't matter for the purposes of crossover. So in the crossover scenario, it would be like you would turn on and listen to Studio One, see what's happening. You'd have eye contact with your other presenter over here, and you could open your mic and talk to them. And when they have closed up shop and they're finished, then you would change your monitor select from Studio One back over to the PGM so that you can just listen to what's happening in this mixer, and then you can hear yourself in your headphones. That's the standard doing your show position, is to have this in PGM during crossover maneuvers. And when you want to listen to the other studio, you can change the monitor select so that the headphones and the speakers listen to Studio One. Thank you very much.